Hi, Dee. Hi, Chow. Hi, Ryan. Hi, Candace. Hi, Lee. Hello, Margaret. Well, I'll tell you why, Melanie. Hi, Jody. Hold on, I'm getting all set up here. Uh-oh. Is my big pick over there by you? I think I put it over by you, didn't I? Oh, here it is. Here it is, my little big kick. My little buddy. Hello, Lee. Hi, Chow. Hi, Stacy. Did I see Tracy here? Am I missing something? I don't know that I'm getting sick. I keep joking with Leah and saying I have coronavirus, but I know that's not funny. I have allergies, number one. Number two, I have a bad tooth that a year ago they told me I would need a root canal eventually. Well, in the last week, it has proven that I definitely need a root canal. So I tried to call my dentist this morning, and lo and behold, he's not open. So tomorrow I'm going to call around to some other dentists and see if I can get in. But here's the thing. Like, I know insurance doesn't cover the whole thing. I don't feel like spending $3,000 on a root canal right now. I mean, I have pretty good insurance, but still, it's like, come on. Hi, Crafting Queen. I feel like I'm missing something here, but we'll get back to it. I'll just use some of this. And I just woke up from like a 2-hour nap.
And anytime she wakes up from a nap, she sounds like she's sick.
I act like I'm sick whenever I wake up from a nap.
You sound like you're sick.
Oh, I sound like I'm sick? How do you know? Maybe I am sick.
Well, every time you take a nap, you sound like that.
Because somebody woke me up instead of letting me sleep for another hour.
Well, you said wake me.
I did say wake me up. You're right. Wake me up before you go. I'm gonna use the Toto foil, not the Toto. I'm making funny to myself. All right. You wanna get mommy a Sprite?
Okay.
Okay.
I was about to do that.
I know you were. Hold on, let me turn my chittity chats on. Here we are. Hey, Nancy Stamps is on. Here we are. Hey. Oh, her voice is so annoying. Let's turn that down.
There you go.
Patty, that's how I get to, but I don't have work tomorrow. Today's my Friday. Happy Friday. The Crafting Queen did the ochre. I did not get my eyelash order. I believe they are a scam company. They sent me another shipping notice, which is exactly the same as the first shipping notice. They just changed that. Instead of it being stuck in Chicago now, it's stuck in Columbus, Ohio. Plus, I did some digging, and on Instagram, it shows that this company has changed the name of their site 10 times. So I emailed Instagram and said, why are you allowing this company to continue to scam people? They've changed their name 10 times. There are many complaints. They keep deleting the complaints because I keep going and posting scammer on all their pages. They have not reached out on me. So yeah, SL Magnetics or Magnetics SL. But Stacy said Moxie Lash. If you want to buy from Moxie Lash. So I'm going to try to blow that up as much as I can. Like that, my bank is working on it. I told my bank I got scammed, so they're going to probably give me my money back. Alrighty then. Do you have a hair tie over there?
Yeah.
I forgot my clip. And I can't stand my hair in my face.
You're lucky because I left 2 of them down here.
Oh, thanks, babe.
Then I can tie my hair up too. I don't know which one I gave you.
When am I not yelling?
All the time?
Kim, I got done with work a little after 5, and then I laid down around 5:30, told Leah to get me up at 6:30, but no later than 7, which she did try to do. And then at 7, I did get, or a little after 7, I got up, and then I had already made dinner, so it was just needed to be warmed up. So we had turkey chili for dinner, and we just got done eating that. And then I was like, you know, I need to go downstairs and say hi to the happy people. I think we have a handful of giveaways. What do you got? Let me see. Oh, the empty boxes? You can have them. Oh, I need your stamp platform because somebody told me a good idea about that. The one with the sponges on the bottom. Ew, if I had a snake in the house, I'd be screaming.
A what?
Yeah, Susie, they were recommended by one of the Kardashians. Absolutely. Your daughter, I would ask her if she got her stuff because she can get no money back.
There you go.
Yay, Anne-Marie's package came. So one of you happy people said when using the turnabout stamps to use this stamp platform, and all you got to do is turn this because the stamp lines up in the middle. And I never, ever thought about that. So whoever recommended that, we're going to try it. I just wanted to show it to you guys. I don't know if we'll try it today or not, but great idea. Ew. Yeah, snakes, spiders, not things Nancy enjoys. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Burn the house down. Mm-mm.
Tell them about the other day when the bee came in the house.
A yellow jacket came in the house, and I heard it.
Tell both of the stories.
Which story?
Like the one where where it came through the door and you said close the door and then
Oh, so carpenter bee came through the patio door. And the kids were on the other side of the door, so of course they started screaming. But I have lace curtains in all my house. It's this old thing from when we lived in Germany. So all my windows have curtains. But anyway, it got stuck in the lace curtains, so I basically smashed it and killed it. Which a carpenter bee is fine. A yellow jacket, that's a different story. The yellow jacket was in my room, in my window, same thing. We could hear it in there buzzing around, and I didn't know if it was just a big fat fly, but then I opened the outer curtain and could see through the inner curtain that it was a big yellow jacket. So that window has blinds. I actually smashed it with the blinds and then ran away because I didn't know if I killed it or not. And I knew if I didn't kill it, it was going to be really pissed off. And that night it was dead and we threw it away.
But we have 2 windows, one on mommy's side, one like on the other side, and I was closer to the bee, so I was like really scared because it would be closer to me.
Ew, scorpions. Yeah, no, that's why I'm not moving out that way. No scorpions for me. Spiders, I will try to kill. I mean, most everything I will try to kill. Mice I can kill. Snakes will just really cause me to freak the F out. Which is why I'm getting new doors, because my patio doors are starting to rot. And I don't want things coming in my house that don't belong here. Okay, so why is it a sad day? So today is May 28th, so it's sad for 2 reasons. One, it's my mom's birthday, and as you guys know, we're not exactly on speaking terms right now, so she's not getting a card or anything. I'm not even going to call her, because if I know I even call her or text her and say, happy birthday, Mom, I'll get some kind of backhanded remark from her, so it's not even worth it. But two, even more sad to me, is it is the last day. You have 1 hour, 2 hours maybe, 9 o'clock Central, so that's an hour behind me, right? What time is it Central Time right now? Is it 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock? It is the last day Creative Vision Stamps is open. And you have until 9 p.m. Now, I did go looking. There's a couple of foils left. I think I saw some Fairy Godmother, some Rainbow Bridge, and I don't know what else was there. But there were a couple when I looked. Yeah, today's the last day. They only have 2 more hours. So that's really what makes me sad, you guys. Like, my foiling bestie is gonna be gone.
It's so surprising her at the stamping show.
You had fun surprising her at the stamping show. I think you gave her a heart attack. Okay, I need you to... Oh, I wanted to do a little testy here. Hold on, peoples. I'll just use this. I'll just use this. Make sure if you guys want to send her a retirement card, I know some of you already have, you go to Tracy's blog. Tracy's going to have the address if you don't have the address. And that's because we didn't want to put it on our FSC group. We didn't want her to announce, hey, we're all going to send her a card. So we put it on Tracy's blog. Okay, so I have out the Glimmer machine today. The Glimmer and I are just getting to know each other. We're not great friends, but we're trying. I think since taping everything together, it has made it easier. But we're getting there. But I wanted to play with these new dies that we got. And I knew doing it with the Gemini would just be, oh, too easy. Oh, I'm sorry, Anne-Marie. I knew these would be too easy to use in my Gemini, so I had to find something hard for us to do together. But I also wanted to show you how you can test your foils, because some people mixed up their foils and they don't know the difference between their hot foils and their regular foils. So I wanted to show you how you could test that. And the best way to test it is through your hot foil machine. Susie, I don't even know her address, and my sister tried to call her for Mother's Day, and she basically told my sister to F off. So it would not be on that woman to rip it up and send it back. That's just how she is. This is a piece of that Marco's text wake we were using, so it's just spare paper here. But I wanted to show you, I'm going to use the Toto foil and the, what else do we got over here? Well, I just never use this foil, and it's hot foil. And for those of you that have it or can find it on a deal, especially, oops, my European friends, I know Create and Craft carries it all the time. It's like any other hot foil that we have. It works best on a higher heat setting. So I just thought, let's use it up and see how we do. Probably I'm going to need a paper shim because this paper is super thin. I took some Advil, so my tooth feels a little better, and my little throat tickle is going away.
Look, I put all my papers in here.
You put all your what?
Papers.
Oh. Okay.
Cleaning up my desk.
You're cleaning your desk. You need to wipe all that dust off your desk. That's disgusting. I saw that video. That was scary. I was like, well, it's normal that it smokes. And then when she turned it to the side and showed that it was like on fire, I was like, that's not normal. Unplug that right now.
What?
On one of the things. Okay, let me make sure I'm doing this right. Here is the Eurostar. We're going to start with that. I just have some green Toto hot foil. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing. Duh, Nance. Oops. Almost dropped my phone. Almost dropped my platform. I have too many things on the desk. Once again, I need a bigger craft room. Uh-oh. Okay, here we go. Yep, I see. There we go. Sorry. All right, so I put the hot foil die up. And then the Toto hot foil. I'm going to use this matte coated paper. I'm also going to use a piece of regular heavy cardstock as a shim. I put this over it. I do want to put some tape on here. I have some painter's tape here because I do think having the painter's tape on there, it's kind of like my little security blanket, keeps everything kind of stuck together. There we go. Hopefully. It might be too loose. We'll see. All right. Platform's ready, then we're going to turn the timer on. Yes, Kim, my mom is a very angry person. She's got a lot of issues. She's got mental issues. And I put up with it for a very long time and always took my mom's side and always let her be the victim. And when I became a mother and it started affecting my children, I had to put my foot down. I mean, my mom did some things that really could have potentially hurt herself and hurt my children. And I could not allow that. So I had to put my foot down. And I think my mom is very angry and very jealous that when my dad was sick, my dad was dying, I took care of my dad. Like, he lived with me. We took care of each other. But my dad and I had a really good arrangement. We get along really well. And when he died, it was like the worst thing that ever happened to me. And she just can't understand why I don't respect her the way I respected my father. Was respect goes two ways. And I'm an adult. I'm 43 years old. I've made decisions in my life to live my life the way that I'm going to live it. And she doesn't agree with those decisions. And she says and does things in front of my children that I don't agree with. And I have to protect my kids first as a mom. And I'm learned in my life, you don't have to please everybody. And you don't have to do what everybody wants you to do. You do what you need to do. So, yep. All right, this is done. Hopefully I don't jiggle it too much, because that was the problem I was having before, was it was doing a little shimmy shim as we were putting it through. Here we go. I'm gonna go nice and slow. Listen, I would do anything at all to have my dad back in this world. And I understand that some people don't have parents or they had a good relationship with their parents and would do anything. But I've never had a great relationship with my mom. None of us have. And we're trying to explain to her that she's got some issues. She's got some mental illness and things like that. But she doesn't live in the real world. She lives in this pretend fantasy world where someone's always going to take care of her and that's just the way it is. And she doesn't understand. No, that's not the way it is. Like, you have to say please and thank you. Okay, let's see if this worked. Okay, looks like I got my paper shims right. Doesn't look like it jiggled too much. Could it be the Glimmer and I have finally made friends? Aw, Chow, I think my dad passed away in, wait, Leah, when were you born? 2013, 2011? Yeah. All right, a little bit of shimmy shim on there, but that's okay. So I just want to prove we're going to test some foils here. This is how you're going to test your hot foils. You're going to take a small piece of whatever foil you don't know what it is. So you don't know if it's hot foil or if it's regular foil. You cannot test it in your ink machine because hot foil will stick to anything with heat. So if you try to test it in your ink machine, everything's going to stick, right? So what you want to do is you want to take your foil, and I would say just a small sliver. It doesn't have to be something big like this, but here's just an example of foil that I have, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if this is hot foil or not, right? You're going to put that on your hot foil plate. Oh, well, I forgot my shim. That's not going to matter. Because the difference between, oh, I'm glad, Bernie, that was fast. The difference between hot foil and regular foil. Now, regular foil, again, it's on our Facebook group, would be toner-based foil. So, Creative Vision Stamps foil, Mink foil, Deco foil, Brutus Monroe foil, Gina K foil, Heidi Swap foil, American Crafts foil, and if you find it, Anna Griffin foil, okay? Or laminator foil. That is all toner-based foil, which works on toner items or adhesive items, so something that's printed on a laser printer or foilables or foil mates or whatever the other deco foil things are called, any kind of double-sided adhesive, tape, glue dots, texture paste, deco foil, duo gel, all that stuff, okay? However, that foil will not work in heat systems like this. So the Spellbinders machine, the Glimmer machine, the Toto machine, those foiling systems don't have adhesive built into them. These foils do. So hot foils you want to keep separate. Hot foils are Toto foil, Glimmer foil, Spellbinders Gemini foil, Couture Creations Go Press and foil, Scrapbooking Made Simple foil. I think I named all of them, right? Those are hot foiling systems. So the hot foiling foil has an adhesive built into it. So when it touches a hot die, it glues to the paper. So you need this pressure to stick it down, and then it will self-adhere to the foil. So this has an adhesive built into it. So the way you can tell if your foil is hot foil or not is to run it through the machine and see if it's going to stick. And if it doesn't stick, it's not hot foil. That's your mink foil. All right, so as soon as this timer's done, we'll run it through here. And I broke everything down on the FAQ, frequently asked questions page of our group, Foiling Snobs Club. FSE in the files. If you go to the files, it's on the left side if you're on the computer. It's at the very top if you are on your phone. It will tell you what is the difference between the two. Okay. Yes, you could use hot foils in the Glimmer or the Mink machine. I don't recommend it. The reason I don't recommend it is because you will most often than not get a lot of hot foiling, which is overfoiling. The overfoiling because of the hot foil having adhesive built in it. So honestly, it's just best for you to keep your foils separate to different foiling systems. Two different types of foil. I know it's all foil, but it is completely different. And thank you, Chow. Just remember, if you are joining our Facebook group, you must agree to the rules. If you tried to join and you were not accepted, it's because you did not agree to the rules. Our rules are very simple. It's be kind. And if you can't agree to the rules, you won't be accepted into the group. So please reapply and agree to the rules. All right, do you see how this did not really stick? Why did that stick? Actually, it shouldn't have worked at all. Well, this is not hot foil. This is Heidi Swap foil. But clearly it didn't stick in the middle, so most of your other foils out there aren't going to stick at all. I'm really surprised this stuck at all. Well, in some places it did, but it didn't stick in the middle, all on the edges here. So that's how you would test your foil. That's so funny to me right now because I was like, why is this foil? But you want to use hot foil for hot foil systems, mink foil for mink foil systems. All right, let's see if we can get some good prints with this. I think I'm going to use some black paper. Because why not? I like Roberta. I can't tell you which system to buy, but I can tell you which system I lean towards. It's the mink system. Mink system. Yeah, Patty, that's her own foil. It's 4 inches by 25 feet. Yep. It's very similar to Creative Vision Stamps' old foil. So, yes. For me, the easiest system to use, I think most people would agree, is the mink system. Here's the difference, though. Our friends in Europe cannot get, or it's very difficult and very expensive for them to get the mink system. They can get the Toto machine. They can also get the Go Press and foil machine. So a lot of them have that machine for hot foiling systems. So it depends on where you live, what you have access to. But the mink system, if you are new to foiling, the toner base is a lot easier because you basically can print items off of your computer. If you have a laser printer, you can go to a copy shop and get a copy store, not coffee shop, and you can get some items there. So there's just a lot more options, I think, with toner foiling. It's also cheaper because really the only thing you're investing in is a mink machine. If you can find one, you don't have to buy with this system. You have to buy the hot foiling system, and you have to buy these dies. And the hot foil is more expensive than mink foil. Mink foil is much easier to acquire. There's several different brands out there. We did have Creative Vision stamps, but there's, like I said, Deco Foil, Heidi Swap Foil, American Crafts Foil, Brutus Monroe, Gina K, all of those companies. So lots of options. But I think mink foil is the easiest. With the hot foil system, you also have to have a matching die cutting system. And you don't need that with the mink machine. With the mink, you just either need a mink or a very super hot laminator. Yes, Bonnie, I know. I heard about that, Jody. I think somebody told me a little birdie might be sending me that. I think that's what they were talking about. I'm going to find out. All right, this is, again, Toto foil, which is just hot foil. I cut this down to 5 1/4 by 4. This is that Luxe, L-U-X, black cardstock that I found on Amazon. I might have cut it too short. We'll find out. And then I want to use my paper shim shim. Shimmy shim shim. All right, I am getting better with this machine. I just really need to get good at taping it down. Once it's taped and it doesn't move, we're good. Somebody is cutting their grass at 8 o'clock at night in the rain. Are they nuts? Is that the neighbor behind us? If the scan and cut foiling system is the same as the foil quill, then I'm really not interested because the foil quill takes forever. But you can use this same foil on the foil quill. And you can use foil quill system on here because foil quill is also hot foil. I really just wanted to do one of each. Maybe I'll open these up while we're waiting for this to go just to see what they look like. Oh, it's not the same. Okay, well then I'll look into it. Yeah, Maria, that's my first go-to. But, you know, I can't educate everybody on foiling if I don't try. If I don't try everything for you guys. It rained here too. That's why we didn't go fishing. And Leah and I were messing with this giant bass the other night. It's spawning season for bass. So what that means is that the males are protecting the nest. And they're not interested in anything except protecting the nest. So basically you have to annoy the fish to get it to bite your hook. And then of course we put it back, but we couldn't get one to bite. I tape it down because this system, and I don't know if it's my big kit or just this system. So with my Gemini foil press, everything's very tight. There's a little lip in the machine here, and it holds the plates really well so nothing moves or shimmies. But on this system, there really isn't anything like that. So what I found is by taping the plates down, nothing shims, nothing moves, nothing jiggles. So it's a little girdle to hold our foil sandwich. And then once it goes through the die cutting machine, it's less likely to double foil. So let me show you what happened here. Do you see how the, do you see the lines here? So as the die shifts on the foil, because it's heat activated, that die is still hot. So once it's hot and it presses on that foil, it double foils. So we want to try to keep everything as still as we can. I don't have this issue with my foil press. It's only when I use this guy. And the other reason is because I'm really using my really super old big kick. And for whatever reason, when it goes through my big kick, it's not a complete smooth transition. It kind of goes through like that. And so that could be part of it. But taping it helps my platform stay this. Yeah, these foiling plates are quite expensive. I mean, you're paying for a die, but you're not getting a die. It's only to be used for foil stamping. I mean, you could emboss with it, but it's not going to cut anything out. So it can get expensive. So I think ease of use, cost effectiveness, I'm going to side with the mink. Now, you want to do a little extra, you want to try something new, hey, no problem. Sometimes you got to go out and get yourself something a little extra. That's where these hot foiling systems come in because they do look nice. Not only are they nice and clean when they're foiled, but they're debossed. So people are touching them and they're like, "Ooh, how'd you do that?" So it is a little something extra. But I think if you start with this system and you go to the mink, then it is super easy. But this system can be quite costly, yes, for sure. If you have the Gemini cutting machine, the Gemini Junior, the foil press machine is very easy to use. It's less of a learning curve, I believe. But again, not everybody has access to that. So, and some people already have a die cutting machine. If you already have a big kick machine or big shot or, what's the other one? Cricut. Not Cricut. Is it the Cricut? The green one? Then, you know, the Spellbinders machine, you don't need to buy the Gemini foil press. You can buy this Spellbinders machine, which will fit in all your manual die cutting systems. So, depends on your budget, depends on what you have. There's a lot of factors here to that. Yeah, the Cuttlebug, that's what I meant. You can use any dies. You just want to make sure that they're face up. That's what this is a cutting plate so that it doesn't cut into the plate. It actually impresses the foil into the plate. And just like our regular foiling, you want to make sure that that's nice and cool before you reveal it. Just not as pretty as I would have liked. I don't think I had enough pressure or heat on there. Let's try that again. I'm going to grab the Spellbinders Foil and see if that makes a difference. Hold on. Okay, so this is the Spellbinders Glimmer Foil. And you always want pretty side down, ugly side up. Oops. You cannot use any other system with the Gemini Foil press without it voiding your warranty. This system, you can use any kind of die cutting machine. This will fit through a Cuttlebug. In fact, I was trying to get the Cuttlebug from my friend to demonstrate that, but she had already given it away. Okay, let's try that again with Glimmer Foil. Let that heat up. Go ask away. I mean, all of these questions are really good questions. So I can reference this video back to people that say, what's the difference? No, you cannot run this through the Gemini Junior. Gemini machines have their own cool kids club, okay? Gemini Foil Press only works with the Gemini Junior. Gemini Junior and the Gemini machine will only take the foil press. Oh, the Glimmer doesn't fit in the Cuttlebug? Okay, I wasn't sure about that. I thought it did. Okay. I said I don't have a Cuttlebug because I got this guy, so I never needed the Cuttlebug. Yeah, ask. Did not know that, Jody. Thank you for letting us know. Is it too thick? Is that what it is? The sandwich is too thick or too wide? Hello, Katya. I must have taken the stick off of that one already. The other thing is you never want to force anything through the machines. Oh, it's too wide. So when you force things through the machines, they can get stuck. If they get stuck, then you're going to burn up your machines. You don't want to do that. So you just want to be careful. Make sure everything, follow the manufacturer's instructions. And I'm not a professional. I don't work for any of these companies. I do try a lot of experiments out with my own risk on you guys' behalf. And I've made quite a few mistakes. And manufacturers have reached out to me and told me not to do that anymore. So, but I do it so that you guys don't do it. So, for example, the Toto hot foil plates are not to be used in the Gemini machine. They're too hot. But you could use the Toto machines on this system. How many do you have, Patty? That's correct, Kelly. So if you have the Big Shot, then I would say go with the Glimmer machine. If you have the Gemini Junior, then definitely you want to use the foil press. The foil press is an amazing machine with combination of the Gemini Junior. Right, Bernie. Yep. I agree with Bernie. Yeah, if you use regular dyes, I'll show you guys. It looks cool, but it's just not as pronounced. Because these are specifically made with a wider surface area so that the foil shows through better. And again, we switched to the Glimmer, Spellbinders Glimmer Hot Foil. Yeah, the Go Press machine is very similar to this machine. All right, so that worked a lot better. We have a little bit of a winner here. Let me just get my little brush. A little bit of overfoiling there on the letters, no problem. So there you can see it with that's the best one we've gotten so far. It just takes a little practice. You know, I probably don't need the extra shim because this is really pressing in pretty hard. I probably don't need that. Let me go back to, I really want this to work with the Toto foil because I have so much of it. And I'm going to switch my dye out. Let's go to a different dye. Hot! Feeling hot, hot, hot. Oh, let's do this champagne one. And did I grab the gold foil? Let me grab the gold foil. Okay, so this is again Toto foil. Because they have this gold and it has this shimmer to it, which to me looks like champagne. Ta-da! To go this way with the foil. I'm going to try this. Actually, with this Toto foil, I am going to use a shim because the Toto foil didn't take so well last time. So we are going to shim it. Just tape it down again. Okay, we're going to wait for that to turn green, and then we'll turn the timer on. The Gemini doesn't heat up very well with making hard to get good foil. Kelly, let me try to answer that in two parts. The Big Shot with the Glimmer system as opposed to the Gemini system. If you have a Big Shot, you cannot use the Glimmer foil press in it. So that answers that. Well, you can, but you can't. The Gemini foil system has 3 different heat settings. So the Gemini foil system works with Gemini foil, which is the best hot foiling out there because it works on a very low heat setting, so it works faster. And then the Gemini machine can go on a higher heat setting, so you can use these systems. So the Gemini system, if you have the Gemini Junior, does work well with all of these foils. For me, the Gemini is a lot easier to use with the Gemini Junior than using this system with the Big Shot. I don't have, and in fact, I'll show you guys when we're done here. I don't have these kinds of mistakes with the Gemini. So I'll show it to you in a minute. We'll save these other ones and I'll do a side-by-side here. But it all depends on your die cutting system. If you don't have the Gemini Junior, don't bother. So yeah, Anne-Marie, I think you told me that before. It's a little frustrating. I just assumed it's because I have my old Big Kick here, so I wanted to try with another machine, but I don't have the new one. Maybe I'll buy a new one. I don't know. We'll see. Like, because Stampin' Up! Has their new machine coming out. Oh, you do have the Gemini Junior, Kelly. Then you want the Gemini Foil press. And I'll show you that in a minute. Let's do this, and then we'll go to the Gemini Foil press. I can't get my tape off. All right, I'm hoping this took because it's the Toto foil. So let me unplug this machine and turn it off, and I'll bring the other machine in. I was just trying to do a little practice with this one. That's where I got these from, Kelly. These are part of the new HSN ones that I got. Yep. Where'd I put that piece? Oh. Like, where did it go? Oh, boy. All right, so we're going to keep these out because I want to show you what the difference is. And again, not everybody can get everything. So I try to show, you know, use what's available to you. Some things is a little bit more of a learning curve than some other things. And the Gemini Foil press machine and I have been going at this since it first came out 1.5 years, almost 2 years ago. So I'm a little biased, yes. What you're not going to see on camera is me running it through the Gemini Junior. You'll hear it, but you won't see it. Okay, so I'm going to turn this baby on. And we're going to start on low. And let me grab my new Gemini foils. Remember I said Gemini was trying to be slick by changing the name of the green foil? They did it on another one. Oh, the red foil, I think. Look. One's holly and one's pine tree. There is no difference in colors in those foils. They're exactly the same foil. But that they thought they were being sneaky. Same foil, you guys, just so you know. And they did it with the reds, too. So here is Old Glory Red and Berry. Exactly the same. And I have both of them in paper craft that way too. I know this one says multi-service, but it's all the same. All right, so I'll try to do a quick summary on this. Well, and of course we buy it because we think, oh, it's a new name, it's a new color. And then we get it home and we're like, I already have this? What are you trying to do to me? All right. So here's what we're going to do. While this is heating up, we're going to do the same test, but I'm going to show you all 3 foils again. We'll do the Gemini foil, which is going to work the easiest for me. And by the way, I am using all paper craft foil. I really don't use the multi-craft foil. All multi-craft foil means is it heats up at a higher temperature. That's all it means to me. The rest of these are, you can think of them like multi-craft foil in terms that these do take a higher heat setting, but we'll go through all 3 of them and see how they do. Maybe the Toto foil is just, you got to be super hot with it. I don't know. So while that's warming up, let me cut some of these. I do want to try this new pink foil because it looks translucent. Leah, what did I just say? Oh, turn it on, Nance. Duh. So we're going to go 20 seconds because these dies are a little bigger than our regular dies, but we have it on low. So power's on. This is our red right now. It'll turn green and it'll beep when it's ready. Aw, Jody, poor puppy. You didn't miss anything, Charlotte, hon. We're just switched over from the glimmer machine to the foil press machine. Just to show the differences, and we're gonna show some of the new foils. So this is part of the HSN set. I linked everything in my video the other night from HSN. Now this does have a piece of tape stuck to it, so that might affect the foiling, but again, not a big deal. I hate that they put the tape right on the piece of tape right in the middle there. Okay, this is their new foil called Ice Blue. It's very pretty. It's blue with a sparkle in it. It's kind of holographic looking. So this is Gemini Papercraft Foil. So that's that one. And then I'll cut out this other one called Champagne for the champagne glass. I know, Stacy. I literally bought like 2-3 packs at a time until I could get to where I'm at now. And I realized after I put the links up that scrapbook.com is like sold out of everything. Oh, this is super thick. Wow, this is the heaviest hot foil I've ever had. Maybe they put real metal in it. This is called Champagne, and it has these little lines in it, but it's really heavy. It feels good. Like it's like Creative Vision Stamps foil, but in hot foil form. That's nice. That's good. This one's called Champagne. Okay. So we'll use that one on the champagne glass. And then this is the pink pearlescent one, which I think is translucent. And we'll use that one with the birthday cake. And then I will cut some of the other foils. We'll have to change the heat setting to high to use those. And when you use those, your plate warps a little bit. So just be aware of that. Yeah, this is almost exactly like the Anna Griffin foil when it came out. It's probably the same stuff. So if you bought the Anna Griffin Go Press and Foil, it came with a green like this and a pink exactly like this. All right, so we have those ready. We just need our machine. It's warming up here. Ooh, it's getting warm there. It's getting there. This is the hard part. It's just kind of waiting for everything to warm up, and you just got to remember to cut your foils and prep while you're waiting. This one's a big one. Okay, so we're going to put now my machine. Is this my old platform? Yeah, we'll see. This one has a divot in it where it just doesn't foil correctly, so I just have to be aware of that. I think it's on the edge there. I'm going to move this up a little bit. All right, so this one, I want to use that blue foil. Go. And cut more black paper. We'll just use this. Okay. And then just put our top on. So see how there's a lip here? So once this hits the lip, it doesn't go any further. I don't need to put any extra shims or anything in this. It's on low. I have the timer set for 20 seconds. We're going to hit start. And then after it beeps, we're just going to feed the whole thing through my Gemini Junior, which is off to the other side of my desk. So you won't see that, but you'll hear it. Okay, so now it's done. And I'm not going to plug it right in right away until I reveal, because that's what's causing a lot of plates to overheat and then they get warped. So I'm not going to plug that back in. I just have it sitting here. You want to know why I'm a little biased? Come on. Come on. There's no comparison. Okay, let's move that one off the plate. Now we're going to plug it back in. We're going to try the champagne one. Let me cut some more black paper. I know, it's not fair, right? But, you know, Crafter's Companion did a lot of work. I'm going to give them props because they did a lot of research. They compared it to the Go Press and Foil machine, and they figured out what were the pros and cons of the Go Press machine. They made this work with their machine, their die cutting system. And then Spellbinders kind of rushed the following year to catch up. And I don't think Spellbinders did the research they needed to do to compete with this machine. All right, so this is the new Gemini champagne foil. Again, I'm going to use a piece of the black cardstock. Just make sure that fits. Put my top plate on. We have 20 seconds on the clock. It is green. We're going to hit start. Now, I've never used this foil before, so we'll see how it does. So you can see I got a good impression. We want to let it cool down just a second longer. It's still warm. All right. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. This foil is a little thicker. I'm going to see if I can try to line it back up. It normally does not work out in my favor when I try to do this. But we have nothing to lose at this point because it's underfoiled, so. All right, I'm actually going to leave this on a little longer. I'm going to go 30 seconds with this one. And it's because that foil's thicker. We might have to go to medium, but I don't think so. We'll wait and see. So we'll give that low 30 seconds to heat up. I knew there was a difference in that foil. You can feel it. This foil's the opposite. This is completely thin. It doesn't even have a foil foil background to it. So this is probably going to transfer no problem right away. So then what I'll do is I'll make a note on my box here that this needs to be left left to warm up a little longer. Okay, so I didn't line it up properly. The longer time did help it. I'm going to have to do this again. Let me untape everything. I'm going to actually go to medium with this foil just because of the thickness of the foil. You can see it's way underfoiled here. And you can, I know you guys can't feel this, but I can feel that this is so much thicker. So I'm going to actually reuse the same piece of paper. And I'm going to turn my machine on to medium. I think we're going to have to go hot or heat with this. That is the Gemini Junior. It's an electronic die cutting machine. If you go back to some of my earlier videos, I actually show the whole process. But it's kind of boring just to see me feed this through a machine and it sucks it through the other side. It goes, and that's it. This is all Gemini foil right now. Yeah, it is much thicker. I'm also going to move my die because, again, make sure it's not on that spot there. Do that. I'm going to use the same piece of paper, but I'm going to use the back side because, again, we are in testing experiment mode here. Medium, I'm going to do 25 seconds. Probably don't need it that long, but... Yeah, so literally what I do is I put this through my machine and it goes, and that's it. Like, you don't see anything. It just comes out the back side. Okay. So this was medium, 25 seconds, right? Let's see how this worked out. Still underfoiled. I don't want to pull it off. I know it's underfoiled. Might have to shim this one. Might have to shim it. I'm going to use regular foil. I'm going to switch out of this champagne and go to regular foil. Might have to shim that. We'll find out if it needs to be shimmed or not when we use regular foil. Hold on. I don't think it needs to be shimmed. I just don't think it's hot enough. This die is abnormally large, so you have to cut your foil a little larger and angle it. This is called Gold Shimmer from Gemini. So also still Gemini foil. And I'm actually going to back this back down to low. I'm going to have to practice with that one. We're going to go to 20 seconds because of how big the die is. Okay. So this is going back to regular paper foil. This guy, I'm going to treat this as a like a multi-surface foil. So higher heat, longer time. I will play with that more some later. But you can tell it's thicker. There are no instructions on the box. Nope. And actually, yeah, we're going to do one more. So this is probably going to look much better. Let it cool down. It's already pulling away from the paper. Ta-da! So it's just that foil. It's a little more difficult foil. All right, we have two perfect ones. Let me switch to the cake. And I keep these because if these are really good, like I'm not going to keep and reuse this one, but I'm going to keep this one and the star one we did because I can, again, we can double foil and use these. We can use the waste on something else. Let's move to the cake one and see how it samples out. So again, these are considered larger dies. So because of the surface area, you may have to increase your timer. You may also have to use a shim. And this is why I do these kinds of tests, because not every die, not every foil is going to be the same. So sometimes you got to just do practices like this. So this is that new pink pearlescent translucent foil. I'm going to do that on white cardstock because it's not going to show up very well on black cardstock. This one's pretty big. I think I better increase the time to 30 seconds on this one. If you're not sure where you should be, there is an instruction manual with the machine, and it tells you small, medium, or large what temperature setting and your die should be. So here is the book. It tells you here for paper craft foils, foil stamp and dies, what quality paper you're using and what setting. So large dies, low, 30 seconds. All right, so we're going to run this through Gemini Junior now. Cool down a second. That's so neat. Look at that. That is so pretty. I got a little overfoiling on the top there. We just take a mono sand eraser and gently erase that away. That's really cool. It's like a satin finish. It's not like a super shiny, but it's really pretty. That's cool. All right, so those were all examples using the Gemini machine on low because we were using Gemini papercraft foils, with the exception of the champagne one, which is going to need to be on medium and high heat, or medium or high heat. And so these are the new Gemini foils. This one's called Gold Shimmer, Ice Blue, and Pink Pearlescent, low setting with the Gemini new dyes from HSN. Now what I want to show you is, now you know how they work with the Gemini foil. We can get them to work with other foils. It just is a matter of timing, okay? So I know I don't need a shim for any of them. So this was using it, you know, through the Spellbinders where I had a little bit of an issue because of timing. This champagne foil, I just really need to work on the heat and timing of that. But what I want to do now is I'm going to move my machine to high setting. I don't like using this machine on high setting because this plate does potentially warp. It happens to everybody. It doesn't hurt anything. Your machine will shut down if it overheats. It will tell you it needs to cool down. But in order to use these other foils, so we want to use these Glimmer and Toto foils, we do need our system to be on high because they work at a very high heat setting. So we're going to give that a second to heat up. While that heats up, I'm going to cut some extra paper here. For everybody just joining us, welcome. If you are brand new to my channel, please check out our Facebook group. It is Foiling Snobs Club. We don't just do foiling. We're not snobs. It's just a fun name. We do foiling. We do stamping. We do everything. But most importantly, we are very supportive. Okay, so I'm going to leave these 3 dies out again. I have a couple pieces of cardstock, black and white cut. I have already pre-cut some of the Gemini and the Toto foil. Oops, I have a die stuck to that one. Let me cut one more. You know what? I'm going to grab a different foiling company while we're waiting. Hold on. Yeah, I hear ya. Okay, I grabbed a piece of Go Press and foil so you guys can see all 3 of them. Okay, since it's on high, I'm going to start with 20 seconds. Might have to go up to 30. Might have overfoiling. Okay, so we're going to start with the cake. Let me see that cake. Oh, that's not the colors that I wanted. We're going to do cake in Glimmer foil. I changed my mind. This is Spellbinders Glimmer. It's called something flower. I don't know what it is. Normally, I'm okay using this on medium, but because of how large this die is, I think we need a little bit of a hotter heat setting here. We'll see. I might be sticking my foot in my mouth. Okay, so that's purple from Glimmer. Found this white card. Okay, 30-second countdown start. Some foils, it doesn't matter, the manufacturer, are more difficult to use than others. There's one foil from Spellbinders which has like starbursts in it, and I can never get that foil to work for me. So just, I think, depends on the design in the foil, the weight of the foil. but we'll see. So the process is exactly the same. The only thing I'm doing is heating up hotter and longer embossing folders. I haven't mastered that one yet. It can be done, but it just, you got to have the right sandwiches and stuff. Yes, the deck is done. It's amazing. Okay, I got a little overfoiling here. Oh, I got a lot of overfoiling here. All right, so we're going to go down to medium. And we're actually going to switch this die out. I want to go to hot. This one. We're going to go to medium, 30 seconds again. I'm going to give that a second just to warm up the die. Because if we start foiling, that die is not warmed up. It's not bad, it's just overfoiled. All right. For this one, I'm going to do 2. I have, again, a piece of the glimmer foil. This is the gold shimmer glimmer foil. No, it's not. I lied. This is not gold shimmer glimmer. Is it gold shimmer glimmer? Where'd that come from? I think it's gold Toto. It is gold Toto. It's gold. This is gold Toto. Excuse me. I misspoke. This is gold Toto. All right, 20 seconds, medium, start. We should have probably went to high with that because Toto foil usually works better at a hotter consistency. Feeling hot, hot, hot. I know I say that all the time. So fun. So much fun, you guys. I suspect this might be underfoiled. Might be underfoiled. We'll see here in a minute. Just gonna let it cool down because of the Toto foil. Oh, yep. It's a little underfoiled. I was getting all excited because the top came out great, but it's underfoiled. I need to make a note to myself. High, so high. We gotta use this on high. What's up there, Munchkin? How you doing? All right, this is, we're going to switch this out. Switch it out. Something new. Change the direction. This is Glimmer Hot Foil. We should be perfectly fine on medium for this bad boy. I think medium 30 though, because it's a big die. And I realized that I wrote it on the back of the box. And on this box. The silver ones are called Toto silver foils. There's no name on it. But I got them from Create and Craft many moons ago. I got silver, gold, and a 4-pack that has red, green, blue, and red, green, Pacific, blue, and white. This is all silver, some holographic, some satin, some shiny stuff. And then I have the gold here. So you might have it. Oh, I forgot to hit start. I'm like, why isn't this beeped yet? This is where it's important to take notes on your things. So on this box, I had written medium 30 seconds. I just need to remember to look at that. That's why on the toner, I wrote that on there. Let me write it on the front. So that I know when I'm using these other foils to do that in a different way. I'm going to leave the star one in there. That one is so pretty. And I'm going to use this other, this is Go Pearlescent Foil. This has gold like stripes in it. So I thought that would look cool with the stripes coming out of the star. So this one also, I have a note to myself, medium 30 seconds. That's correct, Stacy. In our old age, you know, that's kind of hard to remember sometimes. And in my case, it's getting harder to see the notes. All right, let me cut another piece here. And then I want to try the big feather one because I have not used that one. I hope I'm answering some of you guys' questions, some of you that are new to foiling and hot foiling and all of the greatness that my team brings here. Hope you're not offended by our jesting and joking, but we are a very supportive group. I do have an awesome team. I cannot complain. Kelly, make sure you join our Facebook group. It's Foiling and Stamping Fun. Sorry, Foiling Snobs Club. I changed the name and couldn't remember. Foiling Snobs Club. We used to be Foiling and Stamping Fun.
I was about to say, what, didn't you change that?
Yeah, I used to write notes inside the book, and then I wrote them on paper, and then I realized I'm never going to look it up, so it's just easier to write it on the box. Oh my gosh, it's like super glued together. They need to sell us that tape. I cut this little tag off and I keep that. That way if you guys ask me what the name is. I also picked this up from HSN. These are all from HSN. Alrighty then, let's take a looky look. Will you go in that drawer there and find me some rainbow foil? It might be hard for you to do because I don't think you can see. You're too short.
Where?
That drawer that's open. No, I don't think you're going to be able to find it. You need a step stool. I know, I keep forgetting. Because Foiling Snobs Club was like our inside joke, and then you guys like really took to it. Oh no, Jody. Oh boy, this is so nice. What's that Facebook tune thing where it like, you know, it sounds like porn music. That's what I need right here. Ooh-wee, look at that.
Rainbow foil?
It's like a shooting star. Because you guys are all stars to me. Okay, we're going to put Big Boy on. And Big Boy, we're going to use regular foil and the hot foil. And because he's so large, says large die. If you're using Gemini foil, it says 30 seconds. We'll see about that. So we're going to leave that on medium for right now. Hey.
You have two of the same ones.
I have lots of the same ones. We got to move some of this stuff over. Oh, there it is. There it is.
There it is.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Can you, like, try to clean up some of this mess? We got stuff everywhere. I just kicked a whole bunch of stuff out of the way.
And you even open boxes. There you go.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, I didn't even open this yet. This is a different rainbow foil. For those of you asking about the June card exchange, I'm going to put together a list soon. How that's going to work is the same way it worked before, is we will have a Google sign-up sheet. You will have to sign up with your name, address, email, birthday. On the Google sign-up sheet, you will then get an email from one of the admins in the group, and it will tell you your 5 or 6 people on your list. You're going to mail all of those people a card. You're not going to mail yourself a card. We will probably have a theme this month. It will be different from the people you had in May. You do have to re-sign up even if you were signed up in May, because some people are going to jump on and some people are going to jump off. And if you were in the May card exchange and you did not get your cards from anybody on your team, I do need you to PM me that and let me know so I can follow up with them. Because, you know, it's not fair when people put their effort into sending 4 cards out. And I know some people didn't send any cards out. So I want to make sure that it's fair for everybody that participates. So just keep an eye out on our group and we'll be working on that shortly. But I thought it was a lot of fun. Oh, look at me. I just cut it like this normal size. Well, whatever. We're just going to use that. I wasn't even thinking about cutting it bigger. Whoopsie. Well, you can only make so big of a card background anyhow. Alrighty. Okay, I got medium 30 seconds on the board here. May or may not be long enough, but that's what we're going to start with. Bam. The blue wrenches are that's my security team. Can you pick that cord up that fell on the floor that I almost tripped on and died with? It's Baby Joy's cord.
Baby Joy.
Put it in the cabinet there. Why are you sticking pictures all over my cabinet? Is that Leah's open the cabinet where you just were. It fell out of there. Right there. Is that your art station? See Baby Joy at the bottom? Just put that on top of Baby Joy there. Oh my God, you guys. I cannot wait to reveal this. Stacy, like, you're not going to go out and get some kind of, I don't know, McDonald's, Taco Bell, Sonic. Sunshine, you make beautiful things. And I was like cracking up watching your videos today. I was catching up on all of them. You guys. I don't want to show it. I want to keep it to myself. That is FSC approved. All the little fine lines, the little details, that is gorgeous.
Definitely FSC approved.
FSC approved. And that rainbow foil shows up beautifully. All right, now we're going to do something different. Let's use the waist. I think I do need my notes for this one, though. Okay, so we're going to let's use a scrap piece before we use the pretty pieces. We're going to use the not so pretty pieces so I can get my sandwich right. Pretty piece, pretty piece. Not that one. That one's a reject piece. And we can use this one. Oh, but some of these are Gemini foil. The Gemini foil is going to move over quicker. All right, so to use your scraps, you'll basically just go in reverse order. And you need to make sure you have paper available. Here we go. So, ochre. You need your magnetic shimmy shim shim. The one that comes with your Gemini machine. They don't tell you that. You have to watch Nancy Stamps to figure it out. But you put your paper on, your foil down, your paper on. Probably doesn't hurt to put a paper shim behind there in case you get some overfoiling. Where's my shim? There we go. Then you put your magnetic thingy down, plate. I feel like I need another something or other. I'm going to leave it at medium, 30 seconds. Yeah, Rainbow Bridge is beautiful. Oh my. Oh my. Bow chicka bow wow. Correct, it is toner foil. Will not work on this system. Yeah, it is pricey, but it's so worth it. Didn't it come with a roll of foil? I think it came with a roll of foil. All right, hopefully this is enough heat and shims. Where's my directions? Here we go. It's gonna rain here, Stacy. You're complaining about your 111-degree heat. I'll take it. Oh, here we go. Foil, paper, 2 cardstock shims and a magnetic shim. Medium, 45 seconds for Gemini foil. And medium, 65 seconds. We need to plug this back in. We're not going to reveal this yet. I need another paper shim. Hold on. I found my notes, you guys. Aren't you proud of me? This is Glimmer Foil, and Couture Creations makes the same foil. What's up, girlfriend? How you doing? What are you doing? Are you sneaking my sody? Okay, so according to my notes, 2 shims, magnetic shim, top plate, other foils, which that one was a Spellbinders foil, is medium, 65 seconds. In this case, you want overfoiling because you want all, 65. That would be 1 minute, 5 seconds, Nance. Because you want all the foil to come off the backing sheet. So, I got to remember which was which. Okay, this was, well, these are all Gemini. I mean, these are all, this is, I can't remember. All right, these are all other foils. This is other foils. This is garbage. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Okay, we're good. Bernie, you're behind? Well, you had to deal with Dobby, so I can understand that. That is the machine not taking the plate. Rewind. Try that again. Nope. What the heck? Uh-oh. Spaghettios. I can't put 2 shims in. Never force the machine. I broke my machine. Not funny. Why are you giggling over there? Good thing I bought a spare one. There we go. It's that extra paper shim. Hello, Edwina in Vegas. I know, sunshine. I just keep thinking about your jacked up machine. I'm not pulling a sunshine. Ain't no sunshine when there's no foil. It came right off, you guys. Look at that. That's what we want when foiling the waist. That couldn't be any more perfect. It literally just fell right off the backing sheet. That's what we want. Fabulous. Okay, now let's look at the pretty stuff. Yes. Oh, my little pretties. All right, here we go. We don't waste foil in the Foiling Snobs Club. All right, we're just going to do 1 shim, magnetic, and the thing here. Start. Let me cut some more paper. I didn't think I was going to do this much foiling tonight. You guys must have really sparked an interest. Mink foil will not work this way, Bonnie. Mink foil doesn't have adhesive in it, so it will not work. Ta-da! Man, foiling the waste is easier than foiling the actual die. All right, let's keep going. We got 2 more pieces to go here, and then we'll call it a night. And this is why you use a shim, because you want that to stick to the paper, not to your magnetic shim. Although I've got a ton of foil on my other magnetic shim, so it does happen. No crying over it. Makes beautiful papers. And then we're doing this. Those were, yeah, one was, the silver one was Toto. This was Toto foil waste. This was Spellbinders waste. And then this is Spellbinders waste. And then I will use the Gemini waste. The Gemini waste, I have 3 nice pieces here, but the Gemini waste, I need to crank the heat down. Tomorrow I will be working on some design team Facebook Nancy Stamps stuff. Good night, Faye. Thanks for joining us. Actually going to switch out my magnetic shim to my other magnetic shim because this one is getting quite chewed up. Yeah. You can see I did some foiling with this one. As its built-in own shim. It's stuck to there. Okay, so this is the Go Press and Foil waste. This is underfoiled. Okay, we're going to leave that alone. We'll come back to that one. I'm not going to mess with that one. Okay, here is the Spellbinders foil. So pretty. All right, I'm going to do that one on white because we did the other one on black. And you want to make sure you don't jump this little notch here. Everything needs to stay behind that notch. So it'll feed through your machine and no shimmying like we were getting out of the other machine. And then we'll turn the heat down. My notes say for Gemini foil, go down to 45 seconds. Candace, all you got to do is find a print file and print it off your laser printer. In fact, I think I found one off of Creative Fabrica. I have a link for Creative Fabrica. They had some feathers on there, and they might have been part of their freebie downloads. Time is running out. 20 minutes to place an order with Creative Vision stamps if you need mink foil. And then she's retiring and we won't have any more Goddess of Foil. It is the best foil out there. I will argue with anyone who disputes me on that. My foil got wrinkly. All right, I'm going to change this to 45 seconds now. Okay, so this is Gemini paper craft foil that we are switching over to here. Again, we're just foiling the waste, all of the leftover pieces from what we just did. Yeah, Creative Fabrica, I think I got an SVG from them. Now that is FSC approved. No waste. What a gorgeous background. That's pretty. The waste on the Mink machine, you have to use toner. You use a full sheet of toner. Which you can buy if it's still available on the Creative Vision Stamps page. If she has any, it's on her website as full toner sheets. And that's how you use your waste on your Mink foil. Okay, this is the Gemini foil. Okay, this is the new Pearlescent pink. I did 45 seconds on this instead of 1 minute 5. This didn't completely foil. We're gonna raise the heat up. That's the cool thing, is once you start to reveal and you see it's under foiled, we can pop these back in because we don't have to realign a die. We just have to make sure that we have these nice and flat and run them back through again. So when this is done, I'm actually going to turn the timer on another 10 seconds. Oh shoot, I lost myself. Where'd I go? Oh. 10 more seconds. We'll do 5 seconds. We'll see how it works out. What did I do? Oh, I added too much time. We'll let it go. It's not going to hurt anything. She sold out of the toner sheets? Okay. Ooh, you know what? We need an extra shim. Probably need 2 shims because my magnetic shim is kind of old and crusty. My last couple didn't come out so well. This is under foil too. See that? No, no, no. We know, reveal it if it's not foiled correctly. We're going to plug it in, Nance, and then we'll cook them a little longer. Oh, Gemini did not like that extra piece of paper in there. She was like, "You trying to sneak one in on me, Nance?" Oh, this is all underfoiled. What is going on here? And I used 2 shims on this one. Well, if you like the distressed look, that's what we definitely got here. Oh, I forgot my main shim. Whoopsie. Good night, Kelly. Thanks for joining us. You can see where the rollers hit on my machine. Look at that, right down the middle. All right, if this one doesn't take, then I give up for tonight. There we go, much better. Still didn't take in the middle. All right, I give up. I'm done. Well, the majority of them worked out well. I don't want to keep you guys on watching. I'm going to crank this up to high. I'm going to do 20 seconds on high. I'm just going to turn all the heat on. It's like when I watch my mom make soup. She doesn't put it on medium. She turns everything up to high. And she's like, it cooks faster. I'm like, you're going to burn the house down. Well, it's time to burn the house down, y'all. Oh, I should wait for that to get on high. But I'll go back and finish those off screen. You guys get the basic idea. You got to see using the dies with Gemini Foil, which is the easiest foil to use other than that new champagne color. I'll figure that out. And then you saw using the waste. So here is using the die. That's not hot enough. And then using the waste. So those are a win. Both of those were a win. Oh my gosh, quit being a crybaby. Okay, let's see here. This one we're still working on. Okay, here is using the foil and using the waste. So we got some good ones there. Here is using the foil and using the waste. Some good ones there. This little overfoiling on the top. I'll probably die cut this, or I will just erase that. So we got some good pieces there. We had some bad pieces as well. There's always that when you're experimenting. Let's see if this high heat works any better. I got the feather dye from HSN. All of the new foils and dyes I picked up from HSN. All right, I think that worked better on high. Or not. All right, that one not working so good. Okay, never mind that one. I'll just show you all the good ones. We won't talk about the bad ones right now. I'll have to work on those off camera. I don't want to waste anyone's time. But we got quite a few good ones that I'll definitely be able to make some cards. I hope that I explained things. I know we have a lot of loyal viewers. Stacy, Chow, Bernie, Charlotte, Jan, Candace, of course, Sunshine, Jody, Roberta. I mean, you guys have been with me for a very long time. Bonnie, of course, Crafty Fox, Jennifer, Susie, Michelle from Australia. So I know a lot of you, Kim, are new to this, and some of you have been doing this for quite a while. So thank you guys so much for hanging out and asking questions. As always, if you have questions and you didn't want to ask them, you can always email me, nancystamps15@gmail.com. I will try to answer any questions I can for you. It helps if you send me pictures so I can try to troubleshoot with you. And you also can go into our group. Now, I am off for this weekend, and it's supposed to be a crappy rainy weekend, so I'll probably be home working on this kind of stuff. I won't be going fishing this weekend unless I see a glimpse of sunlight. But if you have any questions or any troubleshooting that you're having with hot foiling or with mink foiling, you can also go into our group. We have a very loving family in our group. We're constantly doing, you know, kind of show off your talents. And if you have questions, ask and we'll help you along the way. But very supportive group, very fun loving. And we got a lot of good ones compared to the couple bad ones. And I figured we were going to have some bad ones. And these are all, unfortunately, with the Spellbinder machine, which I just need to work a little better with. The Gemini and I we get along a lot better. So there we go. I'll do some more tutorials on the mink machine as well. I just hadn't done any hot foiling in a while. And I know you guys wanted to see these new dies after I ordered them. And yeah, I got them off HSN. I don't have an affiliate link with HSN. You can just go on HSN and search Gemini Junior or Gemini Foil Press or Hot Foil, and they'll pop up for you. If you look at the video I did the other day on the live, I believe I linked everything in the description for you. So you can just click on the link and it'll show you. Now, if you're looking for Spellbinders Foil, I do have a Spellbinders affiliate link. So you can get some beautiful foils from Spellbinders. And I have a scrapbook.com. Craft Stash right now is unfortunately sold out a lot of things. So we're waiting for them to restock. All right, guys. Thank you, guys. Love you guys. Stay safe. We are almost through the woods. I understand that my state may be moving to yellow next week sometime. I'm also going back to full-time hours next week. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to cut back on the lives. I keep saying I'm going to, and I just can't help it. I have to come see my besties. You guys are all so wonderful. But yeah, starting next week, I go back to 40 hours a week. So may not be as many lives, but I will try. I want to try once a week with you guys to catch up. Okay. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, please, if you found it helpful. It helps me, and it also helps YouTube know what to send you. We have 136 people watching and 64 thumbs up. I'm going to do something special this weekend. I haven't decided what yet, but I still have a few giveaway boxes. That's right, I said giveaway boxes. Almost everything else has been mailed and sent off to the lucky winners. And again, I want to thank you guys for your support, your kindness. Stay safe and keep on stamping. Keep on foiling. Bye-bye.